Sophia.
I play chess, you're taking it forward.
Big up Sophia. Big up Eunice. Neo Matrix.
I'm going to put this tune down your throat. You can't control me. We're not under Sharia yet. You mad? You can't do any turn. Snip, 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 snip. Big up the bars, big landing. Call them into the eyes. You mad? Do your thing. I'm going to chuck a cocoon down your throat.
Oh, all right. I forgot to do something.
Snip, 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 snip. You can't do it quick. I'm playing chess, you're playing heavyweight.
Tell me when COE's in the house. When COE comes, can you write down that COE's in there? I'm going to show you something.
Bring up the polo. I'm speaker's corner, not road. I'm your god, stop doing seven. You can't control me. We're not under Sharia yet, you mad. Studying. Studying, studying. Studying. Studying, studying. Studying. Do your thing.
Oh, no.
Do your thing. I ain't paying no attention to you, you mad. I'm playing chess, you're playing it forward. I'm going to put this tune down your throat. You can't control me. We're not under Sharia yet, you mad. You can't do any turn. Snip, 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 snip. Big up the bars, big landing. Call them into the eyes.
Oh, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just reading some of the comments from because I wasn't going to do a live stream today, and the reason I didn't want to do a live stream is because we got a police meeting this week. I'm not going to say what day because we don't want all the riffraff to turn up, but I'll big up to RS, big up to Corby Circulus. So we got a police meeting this week with PC Barnes. Big up the Popo. I'm doing a little bit of what I call brown nosing right now, and I don't want to get too controversial because Steve Barnes is probably watching. And so we got a meeting this week. I'm not going to say what day or what time. So I wanted to kind of keep things a bit civil. But there's been a video out with a guy called Masood, who I've known for 6 months. He was an ex-British soldier. And I'll explain why I've had to make the video now, because what people don't realize, I met this guy 6 months ago or 7 months ago, and I told him when I met him, don't go on camera and tell people you was in the British Army as a Muslim, because you're going to get a lot of stick. And I said it to him. Every time I saw him, I said, bro, you shouldn't feel ashamed of it, but I'm just telling you, you're going to get a lot of backlash if you say it. On Sunday, he just blurted it out, and there's nothing I can do about that. But I did say to him, maybe it might be a good idea to maybe just kind of like hold it back. But then again, why should he? Why should he? But he's a really nice guy, which is why I kind of knew that that Abu Tablet, that famine victim from the 21st century, the skinniest man known to mankind, obviously started to write comments, and I knew he would be one of the people. So I'm just trying to read the comments that he says. So he, original Taweed, that little God-dwelling famine victim, who is Abu Tablets, is a guy's claiming to be Muslim and boasting about serving in an army at war with Islam and Muslims. Yet nobody corrects him. That says a lot about them. All right, so yeah, I mean, he's writing a lot of comments about this guy. And I did yeah, so this is quite sad that the guy has to now, he can't even openly say he was in the British Army without facing backlash from his own, well, not his own community, but just say the Muslim community are giving him a lot of backlash. Let me just go through some of the comments. Big up Sophia Lewis. Big up Sophia Lewis. Let me just say something to Sophia Lewis and Yunus Osman, because both of them are skinny wretches, yeah? And what would have happened to him on Sunday would have been absolutely great film footage, but they probably would have been blown in the wind and scattered over to Scotland or maybe to wherever. I don't know where they would have flew to, because both of them are skinny wretches. And when I say skinny wretches, I don't mean like Abu Tablet skinny wretch, but they're still skinny. And so Yunus Osman, I don't know what would have happened to him. And with Sophia Lewis, I don't know what would happen to her, because I'm telling you something now. The weather on Sunday was on next level madness. Just to give you an example of how bad it was, I opened my umbrella and it snapped all of the thingies within like 2 minutes. Just literally broke them. Didn't just like fold it over. It cracked the metal bars. And also the video you see of me on COE talking about Pakistan and stuff, that was done in a shelter where you have like the coffee thing. So we was away from the main part, but the wind was so freaking powerful. It was still going crazy. And I have to say, yeah, this hasn't happened to me very often, but the wind was so strong and the rain. When I got up, when I went home and I woke up the next day, my body was exhausted. Like literally every bone in my body was hurting because I had my backpack on. I had to, obviously, I'm very unfit as well. But for some reason, the wind, the rain, the fact I had all that equipment on looking like a down and out Batman, and all of that kind of bullshit, it just exhausted me. Even today, I still feel tired from Sunday. So I do say something though, but Eunice, it would have been such great footage of watching you trying to stay stable in the wind. You and Sophia Lewis, that would have been amazing footage. Would have loved to have seen you two kind of like fly off together. Fly away home. Fly away home. So yeah, hopefully next time the wind's like that, they can turn up, and I'll just film them kind of flying in the air like two little kites. Actually, do you know what, though, Eunice? I will promise you, if you do come in the wind, I will add a little rope to you, and if you fly, I can just hold you, and you can kind of like fly in the wind, and I can sing "Fly Away Home." Eunice, fly away home. All right, so let me just go through some of the comments before I talk. Let me say so, I can't stay on here too long today. I'll now always say that I'm going to say 15 minutes. So 15 minutes, it'll probably be an hour. So I'm saying 15 minutes in my head, and hopefully it won't be more than an hour. The reason being, I don't want PC Barnes, big up to Popo, to have negative footage of me before the meeting on Thursday, because it feels like I'm going for an appraisal with your boss. And so when I go on the meeting, whatever day it is, I don't know if I've said it, but whatever day it is, or wherever it is, or whatever time, I don't want too much negative. Now, PC Barnes, big up the Popo. Let's do a bit of thingy first. Let's get this on the camera quick, because I don't know how much they watch. So let's get the police hat on today, because PC Barnes, look, they got the Popo. Look at how much I support the police. So don't ban me. I'm bigging up the police, man. I've even got my own freaking police hat. And remember, PC Barnes, because I know you're watching. I know you're watching. I know you're watching all the time. Probably fast forward everything though, so it's at 10 times the speed. But remember, look, they got the Popo, the police, on my drawing. On my drawing, it's still freaking well, still drawing the bloody thing. Cannot believe how long this drawing has killed me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still drawing it. Think about it. I'm still doing this freaking drawing, which is probably the longest I've ever spent on the drawing. But big up to the Popo, just for the police. All right, so that's enough ass kissing to the police. I need to go there. I don't want to be them telling me off. All right. So Medic 99, Eunice, Narinda. Oh, never Seek in the house. Don't know if he's really Seek though. There's a lot of trolls. Weebed, Medic 99, Monday Sabi, Neo Matrix, Raj from here. Yeah. Type of Tap, Weebed. Yeah, I did a live because I started reading the comments about Masood, and I feel I have to clarify things. Yeah, big up Masood. Eunice Osman, Masood, thanks for your services. Oh my god. Eunice Osman wants to get freaking a fatwa put in his head by Abu Tablet. Heisenberg, big up Robert Wyatt, big up Scottish Harry. Scottish Harry, where are you from? Weebed. I bet people ask him that in reality. Like, you got a name like Scottish Harry, and they probably say, what country you're from? That's how thick people are. This is the problem. When you down Speaker's Corner next. I'm not Sophia. Yeah, Sophia Films. Big up Sophia. Sophia Films, yeah. I have to say something, Sophia Films. I've been seeing some comments, and it's hard for me to justify some of the comments I'm reading. I think I need to have a chat with you for you to understand the nuance of some of the words that you might be saying, not realizing the ramifications of those words. Like the word packy and stuff like that. I've seen you write that before. Because you're from America, I don't think you understand what's going on. Weebed, you know, Detroscope, that freaking Detroscope. I don't know who that guy is, man. He suddenly popped up everywhere. Neo Matrix. I'll Go Live has gone for him as well now, has he? Type of Tap, Neo Matrix, big up RS, big up PC Bar, Shiva Jaganata, big up Sophia Films, Medic 99, Sophia Lewis live. Is that another account? Ollie UK. All right. Is that the real Sophia Lewis? How do I know? Can you? Because I need to mod that account up as well before they start freaking thingying you. Sophia Lewis live. Truth Seeker, Angela Murnahan, JK, big up. Mutta Man. Mutta Man's in the house. How much mutta have you done today? If you're called Mutta Man and you haven't done mutta at least twice a day, then you better take that freaking name off. You're not doing mutta justice. Bayo T, Matt White, mutta. All right, free thought. All right. Haha, hey, I'll see you live, Army. You know what? Yeah, see you live. Your little photos of you like dressed as a soldier is hilarious, man. It's hilarious. Like every time I see those photos, like with you, this little hat on, and this little army you're gathering, it's kind of makes me kind of chuckle a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I should start doing that. Do these little kind of like little pictures of me with a freaking army. But then again, I look like something out of Batman already, so I don't need to do that. Mutta is Tommying. What does that is it? All right, so let me speak about. Tell me when content over everything's in the house, though, because I need to show content something that I forgot to show him on that day. So basically, on Sunday when I went Speaker's Corner, big up Hurdy Hard Sing What a Watch Medic 999 Evo Pro, whoever that freaking gutter dwelling turd is. I'm pretty sure I hate Evo Pro, so I hope you can get him to. Yeah, so basically, when it comes to Masood, yeah, Masood is the big guy that came at the end of our chat with Osama about Pakistan and India. Big up the Punjab. Big up the Punjab. Yeah. I'm Speaker's Corner, not Road, JK. I'm Speaker's Corner, not Road. So we had the chat about Pakistan. Obviously, you know, it was a good chat. But what happened at the end was a guy called Masood, who I've known for, I think, around 7 months. Now, with Masood, he's another individual like Big Ards and certain other people that when I first met him, it was a very, very hostile meeting. When I first met him, he looked like he wanted to beat me up. He was so angry with me. I just had an effect on people. I don't know what it is about me. I'm such a lovable character. I don't know how the hell I can be kind of heated that much. So he came over to me, and you can see the size of him, and he just went for me pretty harshly, like rah, 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 rah. Obviously, I stood my ground, and then what happened? We started talking, and I realized that this guy is such a nice guy, but he was angry with me because he didn't understand why I was kind of condemning his community for certain things like grooming and extremism and stuff like that. Remember, that was Raj 3.0. Just so that you understand, that was Raj 3.0. I'm Raj 5.5 now. So some of my delivery at that time was pretty in your face. I wasn't sort of like, you know, being diplomatic. Yeah. So you need to understand that some of the things I was saying then, let's just say, although I still agree with what I said, wasn't done in the most diplomatic fashion. All right, so Nick K in the house. Jazzman says Punjab Zindabad. I never know if these freaking Sikh names are real Sikhs though. I have to just think. I know. Oh, you still have that soft rat, Sophia Lewis. Text me now so I know that's you, and I'll mod you. I'll do a moddy. I'm gonna call it moddy now. Moddy you. I'm gonna moddy you. Big up, beautiful people, the Sikhs. Yeah, you're true, man. 72 virgin goats. So what happened was that with Masood, Babi Yagi Yaga is in the house. Babi Yagi Yaga, Babi Yagi Yaga, our resident witch. Before I go on, Babi Yaga, I've been watching a program called Salem, and Salem is about your little witch friends. You know, in Salem, in America, the Salem witch trials, but it was a TV program. I'm pretty hooked on that. If you have the same kind of powers as those bloody witches, then I might actually mud you up one day, as long as you can start casting spells on my enemies. So basically, we started talking, and with that Masood, I started realizing that Masood was the type of person that is kind of like a perfect representation of what a British Pakistani Muslim should be. He was, obviously, he's not overly religious, but I'm talking about in terms of he was proud of being Pakistani, proud of being Muslim, and proud of being British as well. Now, one of the things is that when I spoke to him, he told me he was in the British Army. And this was around seven months ago. And the first thing I said to him was, dude, don't tell anyone. Don't tell no one you was in the British Army, because you're going to get so much hate at Speaker's Corner. Big up BNS, big up Cool. And so what happened was, all right, let's have a look. All right, so let me just, this Sophia Lewis. Let's fucking mod her up. Let's make her into a moddy. Moderator. All right, so she's a moderator. So basically, I had a word with him. I said, dude, you shouldn't feel ashamed of serving in the British Army. But unfortunately, if you're Muslim and you go to Speaker's Corner and say you're in the British Army, you're going to get a lot of heat. And I personally felt that he wasn't ready for the hate that he was going to receive at that time. So he kept on going back to the park, and I met him a few times. He kept on saying to me, Raj, I'm just going to tell people I'm in the British Army. I kept on saying to him, dude, you're not ready, man. You're not ready for the hate. Keep it on the download. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Big up the Duppy Hunter for $9.99. Big up the beans. Yeah, I've already brought some beans. Big up for $9.99, man. Big up the Duppy Hunter, my bro, man. Thanks a lot for the beans. I will be buying my beans tins. Obviously, this one's empty. So big up to Duppy Hunter for $9.99. Really appreciate that. So what happened was that he kept on coming back. He came back around 6-7 times after that. And he knows Big Arj now as well. And he's one of the individuals that I personally think are a good role model for, say, other Pakistani Muslims. He's a very, very nice guy, very calm. Actually, he's not always calm. Masood, there's been a couple of times I've seen you go freaking crazy for no goddamn reason. 1 minute you're cool. You're a bit like Big Arj. 1 minute you're cool, next minute you go crazy. Sometimes I've seen him crazy. So we've talked, and all that kind of stuff. And then what happened was that this Sunday he came to Speaker's Corner, and I wasn't expecting it, but when I introduced him, I said him to introduce himself. He didn't introduce himself, said he was a British Pakistani Muslim who served in the British Army for 8 years, from 1998 till 2008, so 10 years. And soon as he said it, I was like, shit, this is going to go downhill pretty goddamn fast. See a live army. Would I join the British Army? Yeah, I would join the British Army, but I'm not fit enough. Some people are not. I mean, obviously, I can't even climb over a gate. How am I going to climb over a freaking thingy? Well, I've lost weight now, so maybe I could. But yeah, I don't see a problem with Sikhs joining the British Army. We live here, and if you live in a country, in my opinion, if you live in a country, in my opinion, that comes with the responsibility of protecting and serving that country as well. If you're going to use the NHS, if you're going to use the police, if you're going to pay your taxes, if you're going to be living in a country and you're going to be taking all of its kind of and using all of its, say, benefits or whatever you want to call it. I'm not talking about benefits in terms of benefits like that, but you're living in a country, then I think one thing that I think you might have to kind of, let's just say, might have to do is to support that country in terms of its military as well. In my opinion, some Sikhs won't agree with me. Some will. I know there are some Sikhs that said they will never serve in the British Army, and some say they will. I do know Sikhs that actually serve in the British Army. I know 2 brothers that fly Apache helicopters. Big up to those bros. I won't say their names. And so, yeah, I would. I personally would. But I can understand when some people say, you know, they feel a bit uncomfortable serving in the British Army when there's certain things going on around the world. That doesn't mean I agree with them. Now, let me just clarify something about Masood. Now, Abu Tablet. First of all, Abu Tablet, before you start commenting and typing, type, eat! Eat first. You're skinny wretch. You can barely stand. And if you was at Speaker's Corner on Sunday, you would have been flown up all the way to freaking Iraq. That's how skinny you are. So eat first before you start commenting. Because it sounds like you're in a famine, or you're dehydrated, or you're freaking starving to death with your bullshit that you're freaking spewing on the freaking comments. So obviously you're going to have people like him, people like Go Live, people like all, and even quite moderate Muslims are going to say that this guy's a traitor, he's gone against his people, he's blah, 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 and all this kind of bullshit. And I'll say to them, shut your mouth, yeah? Because at the end of the day, he has done something that most people who are also white, remember, and this is to the racists as well, yeah? Because you have a lot of racist white people going, oh yeah, Muslims can't be British, Muslims can't Pakistanis. Listen here, the man served his country. Yeah, what have you done? So I'm talking to the racists at the moment, people that say you can't be British. I'm going to talk to them first to say that this man has done more for the UK than you ever done, because he served in the British Army for 10 years. And to the Muslims that say he's a traitor, then why don't you leave the country then? If you're not willing to put your, if you're not willing to protect and serve the UK, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? If you feel that somebody fighting in the British Army is a traitor, not that you disagree with it, but you feel he's a traitor and he should be ostracized, then what you need to do, in my opinion, if you feel he's a traitor, you got to leave. Because I'm telling you, if I was to become Prime Minister, I'll be deporting people like you. I'm telling you straight, Abu Tablet, Go Live. You be on the first ticket to freaking Syria. Then watch you bitch and whine about wanting to come back to the UK. In fact, you're such pussy holes, you'll probably say, I will join the British Army if you let me back in the UK. So I knew this guy was going to get stick. And, you know, I know when he goes Speaker's Corner, he will be getting people coming up to him saying, why did you do this? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Now, oh no, look at this, see alive. It's not allowed in Islam to join the Kuffar army. Then what are you doing here in the West? I'm sorry. Sia, what are you doing here? If you can't, if you're willing to take everything else that the kuffar gives you, what are you doing here when it comes to the British Army then? You're willing to take the money from the kuffar. Big up the kuffars, we run things. Big up the kuffars, we run things. Now, if you're saying you can't serve in the army because we're kuffars, don't take the money of the kuffar. Yeah? Don't live with the kuffars. Don't come to kuffar countries. This is the problem. Like, if you're in this country and you're saying you're going to take everything else from the kuffars, but you won't serve in the army, or you won't serve in the police, or you won't do certain things like that, then you need to leave. It's as simple as that. You're not here on a kind of like a checklist of do's and don'ts. Oh, I won't do this, I won't do that. No. You're in the country. Now, if your kid wants to become a soldier in the British Army, you can tell them, you know, you may not disagree, but let them do what they're going to do. So this is one of the things here. Now, obviously, this is one of the things I find a little bit, I think is a big problem, is this kind of situation when it comes to serving the host country. Whereas, you know, I think if you're living somewhere, you can't just say, all right, I'm going to live there, I'm going to take all the things that are good, but when it comes to the things that might be a bit dangerous or goes against, you know, your religion and stuff, you're going to, oh no, I can't do that because we're fighting Muslims abroad and stuff like that. I will say something to people about Masood. Let me clarify something about Masood. Yeah, so I want people to listen. And if you know this Abu Tablet, the famine victim, or you know anybody else that's critiquing him, he did not serve in any wars. Let me clarify this to you. Masood, in the 10 years that he was in the army, did not serve in any wars. He did not go abroad. Everything he did was within the UK. Remember that. Everything he did was within the UK. He did not go to Iraq. He did not go to Syria. He did not go to Afghanistan. He did not go anywhere. In fact, I don't want to talk about it too much because I want him to say it. He was a conscientious objector. So he was somebody that when asked to serve abroad, he said no because he didn't agree with certain foreign policies. So whether you agree with that or not, I'm not going to go into the ins and outs, yeah, of whether you agree with that. But the point is, to anybody that is saying he's a traitor and he's this and that, I disagree with that anyway. Saying it again, he did not serve abroad or any wars against any Muslims or anybody. Oh, right. So I'll have to wait. All right, let me just say, I'm being told it's buffering, so I better wait. Is it buffering or is it not buffering? All right, cool. Yeah, so he did serve in the army for 10 years from 1998 to 2008 because when he was younger, he told me that he was quite a volatile character that was getting in trouble. Remember, he also went prison for a bit. And so his family, because he went prison, his family thought it would be a good idea for him to sort himself up by going into the army to sort himself out, and it worked. So if you look at him now, it sorted him out, and he went into the army. And after that, he has told me though that he suffered a lot of racial abuse in the army. That is very sad, because if you want people to fight for your country, you can't expect them to be, let's say, passionate if his fellow countrymen or his fellow soldiers are racially abusing the man. Yeah, so he told me there was a lot of racist abuse against him when he was in the army, and that's very sad to hear. Because then you wonder, then you hear people asking, like the white indigenous population, why are you not joining? Why are Asians or people not joining the army in numbers? And maybe it could be to do with this kind of racist mentality within the army as well. Because I've heard it from other people as well, that when they went in the army, there were problems in terms of racism. Obviously, things have probably improved because he left in 2008, but he originally joined in 1998. And you can imagine, as a Muslim, when 2001 happened and you had the situation with the 9/11 attacks, he must have got a lot of heat for that. Not bad jokes. I'm talking about actual racist abuse. Like that, I don't want to go into details because that's his story to tell, and it's up to him if he wants to talk about it. I'm not gonna give his information about stuff like that, because I think it's his decision how far he wants to, you know, kind of describe the situation. Now, he has told me that when he goes out and he shows, say, like the white indigenous population, because he's a doorman sometimes, his badges, even the most hostile, racist white person seems to kind of like respect him for that. But it shouldn't take that much here for someone to say that he's British. Like, I mean, if you're saying that the only way you can be British is if you serve in the army, then that proves that you are British, then there's a problem. Because Masood, he's one of the few Asian Muslims that I know that have served in the army. But there's millions of Asian Muslims that consider themselves British as well, and they are British. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that, because I know he's going to get, if he comes on Sunday, he will be getting, actually, he told me he's coming on Sunday. So I'm hoping I can have a talk with him and for him to clarify this himself about his position in terms of his role in the British Army and why he joined, why he left, the abuse that he got. Yeah, and things looks. That's not the real See Alive. That's a fake. That's a fake See Alive. She don't talk like that. Things look sticky upon the Masood. See Alive's turn freaking street. Oh, it is you. All right. I don't know. I have to double check, man, because you're talking like you're from Road. What's happened? Why are you talking like you're from Road? He's talking like a road man now. See Alive's Road, not YouTube now. See Alive's turn Road, not YouTube. Oh, it is her. God, she's gone mad. She's talking like she's freaking from Road. I thought it was a fake one. Yeah. She's going to start walking around freaking Holland or whatever, like, Wagwan. Wagwan. Oh, this she's already done that. All right, so the next thing is that I've got we got a police meeting this week. Yeah. Now, I haven't told anybody what day or what time, but this week we will be with the Popo doing a lot of snipping. A lot of snipping. So we will see. Obviously, PC Barnes, this is in honor of the police. And we will be at the police station. We got a meeting. I'll big up Haki the date as well. We got a meeting. It's not about me snitching. The meeting is every few months. the police are inviting people from Speaker's Corner, like myself, obviously me. I mean, if I'm not at the meeting's no point in even going ahead. So it'll be people from all the different groups around Speaker's Corner. So you'll have obviously the Christians will be there, Bob the Builder going, "Come to Jesus." I'm only joking. You know, the Christians, you have obviously myself, you have Steve, the atheist as well. We will have the Muslims representing, but I hope to God we don't have the representation from last time, which was that freaking little Saidi L. There was this really nice uncle there. He was very nice. I hope he turns back up. And Paul the Gay was there as well. Paul the Gay. Is it bad to call him Paul? I don't know. Everyone, does people know who Paul is? I have to call him Paul the Gay just in case you get mixed up with you. So I'm hoping to God that freaking Said El doesn't turn up, because he kind of ruined the last one because he started recording everything and talking shit. So JK says Paul the Gay is a lost Ute. God, Paul, he's calling you a Ute. A Ute. And so when it comes to the meeting, obviously the reason I didn't want to do a live stream was because I know PC Barnes. Hiya, PC Barnes. Hope all's okay. Hope you're arresting some criminals and not just watching my freaking live stream. You know, I know they watch my live streams. They watch my live streams. These bloody police, the popo. You know, I was in the beginning was joking that they were watching, but they really are watching. I know they're watching because when I see the police, there are certain policemen at the park I've never met. I'll big up Hard Singh what I watch. Big up Hard Singh what I watch. I don't know if I'm saying it right. For £10, big up Hard Singh what I watch. What I watch. What I watch. I'm hoping I've said that. What I watch. So big him up. Big him up. So big up to Hard Singh what I watch for the £10. Did you see the drunk guy? Yeah, I did see. So basically, I know the police are watching because some of the things they say only make sense if they're watching the live streams. Yeah, so, you know, I've had PC Barnes say to me, "Oh, I love that particular thing. Well done on that." Well, I'm like, "Well, did you watch it?" He's like, "Well, I watched." And also, I've had policemen come over to me, or when I'm walking by, "Oh, Rod, we like your drawings." I'm like, "Your drawings?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay. They must have seen the drawings in the background." And so I've had these little conversations with the police, and they let slip that they've been watching my live stream. So you have to be quite careful, because I think what they're going to start doing, I don't want to say too, I can't really say too much because I don't want to say too much. Let me say something. For Mutaman says too many Sikhs on this chat. Mutaman says too many Sikhs on this chat. What do you think this site is? This is a Sikh supremacist site. Of course there's going to be Sikhs on there. We treat you like dirty kuffars. We're only joking. Sikhs don't have that concept anyway. We treat everyone nicely. We don't treat you like dirty kuffars. Oh, you dirty kuffar, you kuff, whatever you're called. So basically, the meeting, I got a feeling, I can't say too much, but I got a feeling some big changes are going to happen to Speaker's Corner. I know I always say that, but I'm pretty sure some big changes are going to start to be implemented after this meeting. I will do a live stream when the meeting's done, and then I'll probably give you an update of what I can say. But obviously, because you lot are like dimmies, and I'm, you know, like the top dog, I know information that you guys could never handle. Your brains can't compute the information that I'll be given. So I can't tell you the ins and outs of what I'm going to be told. They won't bring that freaking rat back. Are you crazy? Let me just double check. I need to see if can someone tell me if COE's in the house? Content, if you're watching, tell me if you're watching. Let me just double check something because I need to go in a bit. I'm definitely not staying long. I'm not lying. I'm not here. The COE, I gave his actually I might send in the video. COE, I gave his prize for the best channel. There ain't much competition. And think about TNT Greeks, how shit they are. Mr. Rax, how shit that channel is. Psycho Films is okay. There's not really much freaking competition anyway. He hasn't got much to compete against. No, I really am going to be shutting this off in 15 minutes because I'm gonna do something and I can't do it too late. So what I'm going to do is so COE, he said in the live chat that he wants me to incorporate him into my drawing about Speaker's Corner and free speech. I don't know if he was joking, but I've done it, COE. I'll send you the link afterwards. I'll send it to you. I've done it. He was begging me to put him in the freaking drawing. So I've done it. Now, I've done it to the best of my ability without ruining my drawing. So if people look at this drawing, where do you think COE is? Or where do you think I'm representing COE? So COE, look what I've done for you, yeah? Now don't tell me I never do anything. His sunglasses have COE on there, yeah? COE sunglasses. COE. COE. So I don't know how else to do it. So it's kind of a little subtle. But let me say something, Leon. If you start selling COE sunglasses, I wanna cut from the profits because I was the first one to do it. Yeah. So the reason I made the sunglasses as COE because he's looking through. He's looking through Speaker's Corner or the chessboard through COE's vision. So it's like COE vision. So, which is good. The other thing is that I am this particular drawing, yeah, has been a freaking nightmare. It's been a nightmare of a drawing. I don't think people understand how many hours I've pumped into this freaking drawing because I made so many mistakes. And just so that people understand, when you make mistakes with a pencil and charcoal, it's not as simple as just rubbing it out. You can't rub it out. What happens, it stains the paper. And so I have to go through this process that takes hours to rectify mistakes. And all of this section here was destroyed, was wrecked. And it's taken me like 30 hours just trying to rectify the paper. So I might have to leave it and start it again in around 3 or 4 weeks. I didn't bump into that drunk on Sunday, Haj. Angela Monahan, good, big up. So what I might need to do with that drawing is to leave it because on April the 13th, it's the 100-year anniversary of the Amritsar massacre, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. And that was by the British shooting over 1,500 Indians dead, mainly Sikhs, and nearly 1,000 something of them were injured. So boo to the British for that one. Like I said, I can condemn the British colonial past, but still classify myself as British. It doesn't mean I support colonialism, because they killed loads of Sikhs in that particular thing, 1,500, and it was our religious day as well. It wasn't just some normal day. It was our most religious day, Vaisakhi. So on April the 13th is the 1-year anniversary, and I will be doing a drawing to commemorate that, and I will be exhibiting. Yeah, so if anyone wants to meet me, you have to be, no, you don't have to be Sikh. Anyone can come to the temple if they want something. I'm going to be at Gravesend Temple on the 13th, exhibiting the drawing for the first time, exclusive. And I'll be in Parliament as well on the 15th, exhibiting the drawing of the Amritsar massacre in Parliament. So I'm doing 2 drawings. One drawing is going to be the Amritsar massacre. The second drawing is going to be a portrait of Uttam Singh. Now, for people that don't, I'll tell the full story at a later date when it's closer to time. But Uttam Singh was a young Sikh boy in 1919 who was there when all those people were killed. He was a young boy and he was hurt as well. He got injured. When he grew up, the person that ordered the massacre, called General Dyer, when he grew up, he traveled to London and he put a bullet between his head. Now, I don't condone violence, but let me tell you something. If somebody orders the shooting of 10,000 people at a particular religious event, and none of them were unarmed civilians, and he kills 1,500 and he shows no remorse, even till his dying day, he showed no remorse, then big up to Uttam Singh. I don't agree with murder, but big up to Uttam Singh. Yeah, big up to Uttam Singh. This is how the Sikhs do it. We don't go around freaking strapping a bomb to ourselves, killing 100 people at the same time to go for one person. The Sikhs are like, and I don't want to sound like I'm kind of like condoning violence, but let me just say something. The Sikhs are like a surgical precision. We're doing laser surgery when we want to take revenge. We take out the individual, like that stupid bitch Indira Gandhi, who stormed the Golden Temple. Same with General Dyer. Not like freaking some jihadis who blow up a freaking whole freaking, I don't know, God knows how many people just to get to one person. They'll blow up a freaking 150 other people in the process. So we are like the surgical precision of revenge. We use laser surgery now, not even scalpels, laser surgery. So yeah, he ended up killing that guy, and he was executed for doing it. But big up to Uttam Singh. Big up to Uttam Singh, yeah. One of the things is that I'm going to be doing his portrait as well. I'll be doing his portrait, and I was looking for portraits of Uttam Singh, and one thing I've not seen is somebody doing a realistic portrait of Uttam Singh. So I'm hoping when I do it, I can bring him to life. So right now there's paintings, but they look cartoonish. There's nothing overly realistic. So when I do it, I'm gonna be doing a realistic portrait. Now, when I'm doing my drawing, this is very early sketch. So I'm going to show people how I create drawings. So for me, I'm going to be drawing the massacre, and this is one of the first sketches. Very, very, very rough. So basically, just so that people can see the development, because I'll keep on showing you how I go along. This is my first ideas on paper about what I want to draw. So a Sikh man here holding or trying to save his mum and dad, who are old elderly parents, little children running. There's going to be a father carrying his child, guy getting shot here. And then you're going to have the British soldiers, or I think there were Gurkhas or something, but General Dyer and that. You can see. So this is the thing. When I'm doing artwork, I don't just copy pictures. This is easy. Drawing this is easy. All I do is just copy a drawing and that's it. Copy a photo is piss easy. I don't even think when I'm drawing stuff like this. That's how easy it is. I'm not trying to brag. But doing stuff like this is very, very difficult because you've got to have a good imagination. So when I think about the Amritsar massacre, I am going to be doing, this is a first initial concept. And what you'll see is you'll see it go from that to something similar to this in terms of quality. It will go from this to something like that in terms of quality of your picture. So to any artists, you know, when they're thinking about creating, because you could, a lot of people can draw. There are people that are a million times better. Yeah, I do need to make thingy. There are people that I look up to, are artists that are a million times better than me when it comes to technique. But one thing that some artists or a lot of artists don't have is imagination. Imagination is the key to making long-lasting art. So stuff like this, like, you know, trying to think about subject matters and then put them onto paper, this is not something that a lot of people are capable of. It's very difficult to think and put your ideas to paper. So anyway, I am definitely going to be I am going to be going in a bit, and yeah, I'm actually on time. I'm quite proud of myself today. I wanted to finish within what I said 15 minutes, but I meant an hour. So I'm nearly to an hour. Now, I don't want to stay on too long just because of the fact that that PC Barnes is probably watching. And if I say anything, you'll probably use it against me in the next meeting on this week. So let me just go through a couple of comments. Is Abu Tablet in the police station? Abu Tablet in a police station? The only time Abu Tablet will be in a police station when he's handcuffed to a freaking, radiator or in a prison cell. Abu Tablet's never going to be in a police station for any other reason. That little freaking skinny little gutter-dwelling prick going after Masood. Super Serial, Hopsky, Sophia Ma. Oh my God, Sodom. Eunice Osman, all right, free throw. Let me just read a couple. Imagine Adnan Rashid turns up. Oh, Adnan Rashid, that nutcase. Adnan Rashid, your associates, yeah, are freaking borderline. I don't want to say too much. Let's say they're borderline. There's only that much. The people that you support, like Haytham al-Haddad, here's ISIS and here's Haytham al-Haddad. There's hardly any difference, very little. And this is the type of guy that he supports. Mutama. Medic 99. Yeah, big up. Yeah, who is the? Oh my God. Babianga. She's saying, who's the handsome black older gentleman with dreads? I think preaching Christianity. But let me tell you about the new guy at Speaker's Corner. This new Christian guy, the Christian Jedi. This guy is so fundamentalist in Christianity that he's like the fundamentalist version of Islamic guys. You can't have a conversation with him. You cannot have a conversation with the man. I tried in McDonald's. I went over to him with his crew. You know, I know the DCCI guys. And I said, hi, everybody. How you doing? And all he could say was to me was like, come to Jesus Christ. Not even a hello. This is McDonald's. Come to Jesus Christ. No hello. No blah, blah, blah. Just come to Jesus Christ. And he looked at me like I was in freaking trouble and I'm going to go to freaking hell. That is not, in my opinion, that's like the other side of extremist Muslims. Maybe that's what he needs to be in order to tackle some of those guys there. But you know, it's hard for me to talk to that guy. You have cut down on beans today. Rick Orton said, "Did you cut down on beans?" No, you're mad. Cut down on beans. What I do is to eat a lot of fruit. So what I do, just to the fatties here out there, when you're losing weight, keep a lot of fruit that you like around you. Yeah, because if you're hungry, you just start eating this. That's what I do. I've gone through 4 apples already today. Pretty simple, man. Just start eating a bit of fruit and cut down on your main meals. Don't say PC Bonds. How dare you? PC Bonds! Eat that, you little prick. Baby Yoga. Man, them's got big yells in this thing. Oh my God. What has happened to that see alive? She's turning proper road, man. I thought it was a freaking a fake account, but it's not real. I think someone's hacked it. She's turning crazy. Bring her back. They're giving Raj a power to wrestling care. Yeah, could you imagine that? The police, I go to the meeting, recording saying that they're giving me the power to arrest. Imagine I go to the meeting with the police and they say, Raj, just do your thing. Here's some handcuffs. Here's a baton and even a firearm. And I can just walk around Speaker's Corner doing Judge Dredd justice on the spot. Judge, jury, and executioner. Yeah, that would be freaking crazy. There'll be a lot of it. I'll say, no, actually, I was just about to say, you're not trying to get, I better get off because I was just about to say something crazy. And then our bloody PC Barnes would use it against me. Of course I can walk out, Ollie UK. You're not my friends. Ollie UK says you have 80 friends here. You can't just walk out. Dude, I have like people that I classify as friends are literally on one hand. My requirement for who I consider to be a friend, the threshold is so high. Only the very select few can get through. All the rest of you are just like dimmies to me. Ian, Reba, Hobsky. Yeah, there's Sam. Oh, see, Sam M's there. He's got some crazy Iranian flag on today, or Palestinian flag. Where have you gone, Sam M? I need someone to hold my camera. It's been a nightmare, man. It's been a nightmare for me. I think the most stressful part for me at Speaker's Corner is not having a little cameraman to hold my stuff. Oh, I'm going to show up. Do you know what? Yeah, actually, before I go, I want to show a quick video. Raj, my brother just said, I think I saw Raj the other day outside a mouse house. A mouse? So Raj, my brother, just saw, I think I saw the other day, I think I saw Raj the other day outside a mouse in Hammersmith. I laughed somewhat. I'm not a mouse. Listen here, Sophia Lewis. I'm not into mouses. Are you mad I'm going to be outside a mouse? Waiting to do what? I can get a mouse for free. Is there going to be paying for mouses waiting outside trying to get inside a mouse? I obviously know what you're talking about. You're talking about Mosque. Yeah, he definitely doesn't know me then. Yeah, Mosque. Yeah. You need to clarify next time. Do you look what you're writing? You know, there's a lot of thick people out there. They will put that up on a video now, random exposure, going, Raj likes mouses. He was standing outside a mouse in Hammersmith. Obviously, you're going to twist it. Let me say something here. Ali Diva was there on Sunday, and I captured a moment. I don't know if I've captured it. I need to check here. But I captured a moment, I'm hoping, on camera showing Ali Diva's diviness. Ali Diva diviness, yeah. He was standing there, and guess what? He had a tissue boy. Think about it. Ali Diva has got a tissue boy. I can't even get someone to hold my camera. He had somebody that brand tissues over from him, and it was unbelievable the way he was like, you know, it got come over. He said, here you go, Ali Diva. So he now has a tissue boy at Speaker's Corner. I hope to God I've got the video footage because I'm going to put it up. But I did try and get that boy to get me tissues as well. But that is so out of order. The way he made that young boy get the tissues for him. I'm hoping I've got it. Hold on. Could be, I'm hoping to get this one. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, okay. So, terrible footage and something, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I think this one. Yeah. Oh, all right. All right. Oh, no. Here it is. Here.
If I say it's legitimate, it's acceptable, and so on, on just like John just like John Locke, just like Emmanuel Kant, just like what?
Yeah, James discussion.
Like the founding fathers for the Jewish people, the writers of the Federalist Papers for the Jewish people, and so on. Then it's a different case to make because when you speak with the bad, we have to look at what is desirable and so is that which is good. That's what he said. So if you talk about social liberalism, having a slave, we have to look at now if there's a structure, politically legitimized structure on liberalism of colonialism, for instance, which tells the kind of exploitation of slavery in essence. That could be acceptable both on political liberalism.
Ali Diva's got a tissue boy.
I think the idea
he's got a tissue boy. He brings tissue for Ali Diva.
We have to look at the principles, and then we have to look at the history.
Ali Diva's got his own tissue boy.
Be in line
Ali Diva.
vice versa. It could be the case that
You bring tissues for him.
in philosophical abstraction,
Amazing.
that the
I need my own
allow
tissue boy.
these things to happen, but that nothing, for example, in liberalism, which abolishes or does anything to prove racism. There were many racists.
Sorry.
Which says, for example, racism is wrong. So if someone wants to predicate an exploitation or economic relationship on a racial system on liberalism,
Poor boy. Poor boy has been reduced to Ali Diva's tissue boy. Yeah. I wonder if he was a dhimmi though. This is what I need to find out here when I go to Speaker's Corner. Was that boy bringing the tissue a dhimmi? Was he a kuffar? Because the way he was treating him he was like some dirt on his boot. Fahim Al-Kaib says, Inshallah, you become Muslim, right? Dude, I will never have the snip. You're mad I'm doing that shit. You're crazy. Freaking snipping all over the place. Yeah. Of course they want me. They all want me. The freaking Christians want me and the bloody Muslims want me. Because they know if I'm on their side, they're going to win. They want me on their side because they know whatever side I'm on, that's the winning side. So the Christians want me. Bob the Builder is constantly freaking more. Let me show you something. Hold on. Just so that people think I'm lying. I'll have to show them. But I got a Bible in the house. Because Bob the Builder gave me a Bible. I haven't read it. So I've got all this stuff that people are trying to convert me, for God's sake, all the bloody time. I think I've even got a look what else they've given me. Look. Yeah, they've given me all these books. I can't do anything with them. I can't. It's disrespectful to chuck it away, so I just keep it. I've got a Bible as well, and I've got the thingy. I don't really read it or anything, but I don't want to disrespect any holy books and stuff like that because I don't think it's right. So I just keep it in a nice place. Because if someone gives you something as a gift, you can't go, no, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm just going to chuck it in the bin because that's disrespectful to chuck something like that in the bin. I was given it by somebody that I get along with, so I don't want him to think I've chucked it away. And same with Bob. I get along with a Bob as well. Anyway, I'm going now. I can't be bothered to stick around. It's been over an hour, and I think I've kept myself pretty sensible at the moment. Fahim Alatabia, you shouldn't write stuff like this because you're going to trigger me into saying something negative about your faith. You can't tell me that God is merciful if when you go to heaven, if you don't follow exactly what he wants, he's going to chuck you in freaking hell for eternity, chucking zakooms down your bloody throat and roasting you forever. That's not very merciful, is it? Oh, this big dunce, he says, Raj, I want you to have a makeover so I can take you on a date. This is the kind of nasty stuff that I get on these freaking chats. This guy, big, whatever his name, says that he wants me to have a makeover so he can take me out on a date. Why should I have to put up with that kind of disgusting freaking comment? I'm not interested in you, you little prick. God's sakes, I always get that. Why do you want me to? Yeah, he deleted the comment, but he was asking me, he said, Raj, can you please get yourself all made up? I want to take you out on a date. I promise you I'll bring some protection. I'm not into that shit, man. Big Donce, whatever your big Dunder, whatever your name is, you little prick. God's sakes, man. What are you in here trying to hit on me for? God's sakes. Now I'm gonna have to worry about this guy, this big Dunder, whatever his name is, follow me in Speaker's Corner, whatever he's gonna do. Yeah, crazy, man. Scared now, I'm scared. Go with him? You mad I'm going with him. Look, he's saying he wants me to be a fat lady Sikh. I'm a man! God's sake. All right. I'm getting some freaking crazy question. I need to go. Also, Furhan Ahmed says, Raj, you got a big nose. Can you put it in my... you're sick, man. What is wrong with you? This Furhan Ahmed says, Raj, I like your big nose. Can you put it in my... what's wrong with you? Yeah, you love my nose. You tell me to put it in your... What is wrong with you? No, it's disgusting, man. I can't... You know, these comments are getting disgusting now at the end, so I need to go. Anyway, I'm off, and I'll give a like after the police meeting. I will divulge whatever I can divulge. I'm not saying what day, but by the weekend, I will be doing another live stream, but I'll tell you what they discussed and what conclusions they came up with. So, Ali Diva's little prostitute. Yeah, all right. Can I just say something? I'm sick and tired of Ali Diva having a cameraman, having someone freaking give him tissues, walking around him like they're freaking... I even think he's got groupies. This is the thing. Now, allegedly, I actually think Ali Diva has groupies. I've seen it. He's walking around and there's people going, oh, that's Ali Diva. I've seen him with groupie. I don't know what he's doing here, but if he's got a tissue boy, one thing I is a tissue boy person for me now. Whoever wants to be the tissue boy, give me your CVs, give me your resumes, and I will decide which one will be allowed to carry my tissues. Do you want to be a tissue boy, JK? Oh, Farhan Ahmed would be my tissue boy. Yeah, big up, big up, big up. Thank you. I appreciate you saying you want to be my tissue boy. You can carry my tissues for the rest of your life, you little gutter-dwelling prick. So well done. You are now a dhimmi. All right. No, I'm not joking. I've already got one. I've got someone called Farhan Ahmed said he's going to be going Speaker's Corner and he's going to come with a whole lorry load of tissues. And so, you know, I will always be stocked up with tissues now from that little prick. Yeah, big up the kuffars. We run things. And that's true, man. We run things too easily as well. Not even a competition anymore. At least in the past, there was a little bit of a toing and froing. Now, it's just easy. So it's a walk in the park for the kuffars. We've got it easy, man. Not even freaking competition anymore. We just run things with our eyes closed. So big up the kuffars. You need to up your game. If you want to start controlling the kuffars again, you got to up your game. You got like a Z team at the moment that can't do shit. And we're the A team. No offense. Look at the world. There's not a single place in the world that the kuffars are not running things. Even the countries that are freaking more supposedly some of the most affluent countries are still being run by the kuffars behind the scenes. We're the puppet masters. No wonder they hate us so much, for God's sakes. I don't blame them. Anyway, I'm off then. Big up the kuffars. And PC Bonds, I'll see you soon. Big up the Popo. Make sure you don't ban me from the park. Anyway, take care.